Hello everyone and welcome to this new Pixlr tutorial video. This is specifically targeted at Year 9 students who are during this time working in the style of Vilde Rolfsen and Huang Xu. Today's work is going to focus specifically on the photography of Huang Xu. As we've seen from your research, by using carrier bags that were found in landfill, Huang Xu photographed these images on a black background to create these really abstract forms where we don't really have senses of scale or size. Some of the colorations and the intertwining of the bags is really quite interesting and quite abstract and intriguing. Some of them almost look like jellyfish in some cases, or take many different forms depending on kind of what your background is in your life. So in order to do this, we're going to be using a site called Pixlr.com. It's a free site to use. All you need is a computer, a web link access, internet access, and images to edit with. You should already have your images because that was your task from previous lessons. And when we go on to Pixlr.com, we're faced with two different options. So the one we're going to go with today is the X version, which is a lot more simple, it's a lot more straightforward. If you want to try out the more advanced version, please be my guest, go for it. There are other tutorial videos on the YouTube channel for how to use that. But for today, we're going to be using the playful version. So we're going to click on that, and it's going to take me to this window here. I've used this quite extensively to do different videos, and so we've got all my previous projects are shown here. To begin with today, I'm going to go over to this blue icon here, which says Open Image. I'm going to click on that, and then it's going to take me to my the content on my computer. I am using a Mac. It doesn't matter if you're using a Mac or a computer, it all works in a very similar way, so that's absolutely fine. So we're going to have a look through, we're going to find some images, and we're going to edit them. So these are the ones I photographed in the previous video where I showed you how to work in this style, and also then when we uploaded them in the YouTube, so the OneDrive uploading video, also on the YouTube channel. So I'm going to choose an image, I'm going to click open. It's going to ask me what quality I want it in. I just always leave it in full HD, and it's going to load it in there for me, ready to use. So it's really very simple program to use. We're just using our mouse to move around and click things. And then over on the left-hand side, we have a toolbar. So you may want to do some cropping. You may want to kind of close your image in. That's absolutely fine. So we've got the crop tool. So if we were to click on that, we can then just really simply click and drag. You'll notice that the rule of thirds grid has appeared on the screen here as well. So we can use that to apply our crop or apply that principle to our image. If we're happy with our crop, then we just come down here where it says apply, and we click apply. Then further down on our toolbar, we've got an adjustment menu where we can click onto the adjustment. It'll open up all these different sliders here for adjustments. We're not looking to make black and white adjustments for this particular work because we are, as we said, working in the style of. You'll notice that some of these colors, they're not really too vibrant. They're actually a little bit desaturated. So we're going to look at how we do that. So in this first section of tabs here, we've got color options, and we can actually reduce some of the saturation in our image. Any adjustments we make with these sliders, we've got to be really subtle and really gentle. Any serious adjustments on these sliders, and we end up with images that just don't necessarily look great. So to begin with, we're going to take a little bit of the saturation out, and we're going to adjust some of the vibrance as well. And then further down, if we scroll down, we've got a light section where we've got the ability to control the level of the black or the white in our image. So to make that black deeper, we actually increase the slider, or to weaken it, we actually take that out. What we want to do is actually going to increase the black property a little bit. So you'll notice that some of the areas of black in the image have become deeper, and that's the kind of thing we're looking for. So when we edit anything, whether it's on Photoshop when we're in school, or whether it's here on this Pixlr site, it's important to gather evidence of what we've done. So you will, in your PowerPoints or in your work, show a before and an after image. We'll show you how to save in a minute. But it's also important that for our first edit, we take a screenshot. Now, if you're using an Apple Mac, this is simply Command-Shift-3, and it'll take a picture of the whole screen. If you're using a Windows computer, then it's the screen print button. That puts it on the clipboard, and then you can paste it into your PowerPoint straight away. So once we've done our edit, we're happy with the changes that we've made. We then need to make sure that we save those changes. Down the bottom of your screen, you'll see a blue save icon. We're going to simply click this, and then it will give us some different options here. I generally leave all the quality options as they were. I'm quite happy with those for what we're doing. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go into the file name, and I'm just going to add simply edit 1. This means that when I'm looking at all those files on my computer, I can tell which ones I've edited and which ones I've not. So then I can simply click the download button, and that will place that image into your downloads so it's ready to use. Here we go. So when we display that in your PowerPoint, you want to show a really clear before and after image and that screenshot of your view in Pixlr. And it's also important that we're talking about what we've done. Not necessarily just about, I did this, then I did this, but you're talking about the impact of that effect and the relation back to the artist with the work as well. So if you have any further questions or maybe a particular tutorial you'd like using Pixlr, then let me know and I'll get that made for you. Apart from that, if you have questions about what we've done today, simply email me or contact me through our Teams message board, and we'll get that made for you as well. We'll get response to that comment. Thanks for listening.